I just don't understand. I see an article in this morning's Wall Street Journal, bets on slow recovery challenges stocks. Folks, this is an event. It's an event that is occurring. It is not the Great Depression. It is not the failure of the banking system, who made bad loans over a period of 7 years, and then those loans came due, and the banking system and the real estate market collapsed. This is an event. This is a sickness that is going across the nation, and it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Now, this morning, someone appears on CNBC and says that their company has a vaccine that you'll take 2 shots and you'll be vaccinated, and the market is up. The market is up 600 points, which is almost exactly what it lost in the preceding 17 days. This is an event. And it is a buying opportunity because this event created some uncertainty around certain industries. And those industries are, you know them, they're the hospitality, the entertainment, the restaurants, the airlines, the cruise ships. There's some question as to how they will survive, and they have come down substantially. As it all happened, they brought some unaffected companies down as well, such as the Big Nine. And hopefully you have been watching my channel and you've been buying into the Big Nine. And if you aren't familiar with the Big Nine and you're new to my channel, go down into the description and you'll find a link to this book on Amazon and read it. This is the textbook, one of the textbooks for our channel. And I have an interesting announcement. I have been invited to participate in a conversation with Amy Webb this afternoon. And I assume it will be on a Zoom or some meeting thing, and I'll be able to, and I have been asked to ask her some questions. And I ask her to answer the question, how is the coronavirus going to affect this Big Nine? How is it going to make any difference in artificial intelligence and machine learning? What can we expect from it? And then I've asked her the question, have you read Peter Zeihan and Peter Zeihan's overwhelming prediction of the demise of China because of their bad demographics, their bad geographical location, their limited access to waterways, and their lack of shipping? What are your feelings relative to that? And then the third question is, do you think the smart bathroom will become a part of our life because of the desire to make sure a pandemic like this never happens again? So if not tomorrow, the following day, I'll give you a report on that conversation with Amy Webb. I'm very excited about it. She's one of the futurists that I strongly believe in. If you're not familiar with her work, and sign up at bestofusinvestors.com, you'll see it there, and you'll automatically get some mailings that I have done relative to her work and relative to some of the other stocks that we've been buying that have put my portfolio up today between 4 and 5%. That's today. Folks, I've never had it so easy to make money as what I have experienced over the last 60 days. So watch my videos. If you haven't seen my video on the oil markets, if you haven't seen it on the Big Nine, if you haven't seen it on the future is moving faster than you think, and you don't know what a smart bathroom is, go through my videos and get on our tribe. We recognize, the most of us, and also in this article, there's a thing, the Global Economic Policy Uncertainty Index. This is a fear index. And yeah, there's a lot of fear in the market. And I think there's a famous investor, Sir Templeton, who said when everybody is elated with the market, it's the time to sell. When there's blood in the streets, it's time to buy. Well, folks, there's blood in the streets. This chart here is showing me there's blood in the streets, and now is the time to buy. And specifically to my younger investors, my goodness, if you aren't buying into the big nine, and if you don't have, I got a inquiry from a gentleman in Canada, and I didn't know that in Canada you still have to pay brokerage commissions when you buy and sell stocks. But you can buy ETFs, as he explained to me, at no charge. And he asked me, how do I buy into the big nine with a limited capital? Because the big nine are expensive stocks, $2,000, $1,000, $200, $300 stocks. See if you can't find the ETF for the triple Qs. The triple Qs is the NASDAQ market, and it is weighted in by the price of the stock. So you get a disproportionate number of the big nine or the big six in the triple Qs. So that's how I would buy if I don't have a lot of money and I want a dollar cost averaging, and please do some dollar cost averaging right now to get into these stocks, because we're going to have roughly a 3 to 5 year period where the big six explode as a result of artificial intelligence and all the other things I've talked about. You can see that in the other videos. But what I wanted to talk about today is that this misinterpretation of what is happening, it is not a failure of our market, of our system. And then, unlike anything else, the amount of money, Powell was on 60 Minutes last night, and he is beating the drum for another $3 trillion into the market. And you need to recognize that money will go to small businesses, it will go to small people, it will go to big businesses. But what you have to think through is not where it's going, but where it's going to end up. And for a barometer of where it's going to end up, from 2008 through 2018, we pumped $10 trillion into the economy through the increase of our national debt. It went from 2008 to 2018. Where did that $10 trillion end up? Did it end up in your pocket? Did it end up in anybody's pocket that you know? No, it did not. It ended up in the pockets of IBM, Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon, Google, and Apple, because they are the leaders in technology. They are going to take us the next lead into technology. Over the next 3 to 5 years, these companies will double in price. Trust me, they will. I mean, the things they are coming up with, the virtual reality, augmented reality, how your life will change. Yet last night I watched a concert with Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. Such a creative person who uses her mind to market herself. And you need to be thinking like that. Watch that concert. Learn from this young lady. Started at 14 years old, she's now 30 years old, and she's a gazillionaire because she's marketing herself. And that's what you need to do. Find your passion, find your talent, and market it. You need to, other thing I want to start talking to you about is find multiple sources of income. I have a passive income. It's called my stock portfolio. It's up 4% today. I make income off of selling books for Amy Webb. I don't make much, maybe 50 cents a book that you buy. I sell advertising on my YouTube channel. I have a store at bestofusinvestors.com where you can buy hats and mugs and stuff. You need to be thinking, if you're young, how to create multiple sources of income. And if you're old, get away from these conservative investments and put some money into the real growth opportunities that are in front of you. And get off this chart. Do not fear what's happening, because what's happening is the best buying opportunity in your lifetime.